is my introductory video on who I am and my designs. I've had sewing in my life since I was a kid. My great grandma had this big sewing machine and always had like the blue tins that had the cookies on top on the outside but never actually had cookies in them. So like I spent my lifetime with sewing stuff around me. That being said, I didn't really get into sewing things besides just like basic repairs until I got into costuming and cosplay. And clearly costuming and cosplay have been a really important part of my life. Pop culture has been a really important part of my life. Not just, you know, period dramas, Jane Austen movies, but wonderful things that I've gotten to enjoy with other fans. Star Wars has been a major part of my life. It's literally the whole reason that I met my partner, who's now my husband. We met at a Star Wars night in a museum, and our whole relationship has been built around a franchise and like all the cool fandom stuff around it. And we even made like our engagement and our wedding have little elements of Star Wars in it. I've always known that fandom was something that I loved having around me and expressing not only through cosplay, but I wanted to have like casual ways to do that. And like I taught myself how to use freezer paper to do stencils for shirts because there just wasn't things being made for women. I remember as a teen, everything was just like in masculine cuts, and that wasn't really something that I wanted. And as much as I love t-shirts that have like some of my favorite characters on it, I was also not really a fan of just wearing t-shirts. I wanted to wear dresses, I wanted to wear cool combinations of things, I wanted more. In my brain, I've always been thinking of ways that I can either add fandom to things, whether it's painting on words or embroidering things or what have you, to make something mine, to make something casual that can express my fandom in my daily wear. So I didn't really get into sewing garments on like a professional level until about 6 years ago. And when I say that, I mean like I definitely made cosplays. I put together things, I would thrift and go to Ross and put together some things to make a cosplay, and I could sew things and Frankenstein them together. But it really wasn't until about 6 years ago that I started really pushing myself to actually create entire garments for myself. My local area not only has a ton of cons, but like they also have a ton of costume guilds. So there was always something every month, a different theme, a different period of time, what have you, that was going on. So of course I need to make costumes for them. My skills have definitely gotten way better since I started this, you know, from making a dress out of a bedsheet to making like my dream dress, my Moulin Rouge dress, just this last year. So for years now I've been really trying to make my sewing a lot more wearable and also a lot more accessible. I've been making little like DIY videos on my channels, on my social platforms, so people can see how I make things and like how these things are totally doable. Because when you get to express yourself through clothes, it's really cool and it makes you just feel better and good about yourself. And it was in the last year that I realized that I wanted to do more with sewing. I wanted to make clothes and I wanted to learn how to make it for other people and to like really level it all up. All the while, of course, still finding joy in it, because if I'm not finding joy in it, what's the point? In the middle of the pandemic of spending time at home, I realized that I wanted to go back to school. I'm in my 30s and I was mid-career, middle of something else, and I decided to leave my job, take on something else, and go to fashion school. I am now a fashion student at my local community college. I've learned everything from flat patterning to more things about just the minutiae of construction, and they've all brought me joy. And they've helped me make better things. Like flat patterning is magic, and I'm so excited to learn even more next year. That being said, I've also learned a ton of little handcrafts that help make additional awesome stuff with my work. From smocking to bobbin lace to needle lace to even like upping my embroidery skills. And I've always embroidered or done cross stitch or all those little needle crafts, but really finding ways to like level those up and keep having fun with them. Handcrafts are some of my favorite things because I can do it while I'm watching TV or my favorite shows, you know, any of those fun things. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you stay around a while and check out my channel. Also look at my description for links to my Patreon and Ko-fi to support my work. And most importantly, don't forget to make it so.